Hi, I'm Alex Menemy, and today we're with the team behind The Witcher, showrunner Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich, and executive producer Tomek Baginski.
Well done with our names, too. Those are not...
whole goblin-like spirit. Did you see? That's why I call them goblins.
I didn't.
These are literal goblin forces we're up against, and I feel sorry for them.
These are unidentified flying objects that people say they are seeing now. Are they proof that we are being visited by civilizations from other stars?
So, ladies and gentlemen, on the 30th of October 2025, Season 4 of The Witcher dropped like a big bird shit out of the sky, and guess what? Everybody hates it, with the exception of some feminist writers out there who are extolling the celebrations that it's a Yennefer and Ciri show because it is called The Witcher and it's about a dude called The Witcher. You can't have female witches in Andrzej Sapkowski's epic folklore tales set in an all-white Poland back in the day, but now if you watch an episode, it's filled with diversity and other sorts of nonsense. But without further ado, folks, let's get into this riot of a video today because that's what it's going to be.
Preposterous.
Kung Fu Hot Dog came here to motorboat fun bags and kick ass, and he's all out of titties.
It's a f***ing video game.
Let's brace ourselves for some tomfoolery here, folks, on Metacritic. By the way, it seems they haven't changed the script for The Witcher because if you look here, Season 4, as you can see, but down below it says Monster Hunter Geralt of Rivia, Henry Cavill, Sorceress Yennefer and Princess Ciri must learn to work together. It seems they forgot to fact check the text and change it for the new season. They probably thought, oh, you never know, Henry Cavill and Laura Hissrich, the woman who ruins everything over at Netflix, might come to an accord and he might reappear once more.
Fuck.
But look at that, 1.7. I mean, that is atrocious. This is based on 59 user ratings and the actual critic scores far less than the audience at 60%. Now let's look at the preceding seasons, folks, and see how they all ranked. Well, season 1, 54, season 2, 69, dudes. Season 3, 71, because they probably knew Henry Cavill was leaving. And then, as I've mentioned, of course, season 4, a paltry, clock, 60%. Oh, look at that collider. What a huge, hulking surprise. Give him a big round of applause. Written by Carly Lane, probably a street urchin that Collider felt sorry for and hired her for a few peanuts, quite literally payment for articles each month. Now, Carly states he, don't you mean he, they, she, him, her, him, whatever the F the alphabet community has chosen to decide to use this week for your list of pronouns. He, Liam Hemsworth, manages to make Geralt his own over the course of the season's 8 episodes. That said, season 4 is further proof that The Witcher, which is a male character by the way, has increasingly become more than just one character. Or about one character. Anya Chalotra's Yennefer has more than earned a spot on the list of all-time fantasy heroines because she's nothing like the video game version whatsoever in terms of everything. And Freya Allen has a commanding grasp as Ciri. Variety, what a big shock. It's 80, they've scored it. Though episode 5, The Joy of Cooking, acts as a filler chapter, rather than an actual narrative, the rest of the season is well-paced, tonally on point, and offers ample screen time to the leading trio, interweaving the immense fable in a way that is accessible and interesting instead of overstuffed and exhausting. Oh, so they're having a go at my boy Henry Cavill in seasons 1 to 3, are they? Again, Variety, why don't you point your fingers of blame at the showrunners? Or are you afraid you will be denied future access anymore by the big outlets such as Netflix?
There's a lot of talk, a lot of chat. And I think he did a really good job to try and just not let that get in the way and focus on the job at hand. And I commend him for that.
He smashed
I think
it.
That's difficult.
Yeah, it's really difficult, and
just came on and like completely kind of consumed himself in Geralt, and like has been so lovely with us. And
it's such a ridiculous thing. Now you've got Collider and now you've got Decider. What's going on here? We feel like Liam Hemsworth fills the boots of Geralt of Rivia just fine and are quite enjoying the action sequences and touches of humour as The Witcher returns for Season 4. What a lame-ass opening line for a review. How bloody utterly stupid. But look, big handsome Henry right here. And I'm just going to bring my camera up here for a better gaggling view, if you know what I mean. He says adjusting his pizza-covered bandana right here. But I'm just going to quit this screen and we're going to look at what this article from the Independent UK states, which is not about this dude right here, funny enough. But let's get back to the main spot. By the way, have I not blocked the ads here? All right, whatever. The first 3 series of Netflix's dark fantasy adaptation saw ex-Superman star Cavill 42 lead as the powerful monster hunter Geralt of Rivia. However, in 2022, to many fans' dismay, he announced he was departing the series because, again, it was his clashes with Lauren Hissrich which led to that, and handing over the baton to, of course, Australian actor Liam Hemsworth. I mean, you could have got Big Brother Chris, to be honest. He might have saved the show. But again, Chris doesn't line up with all that political LGBT diversity nonsense shit, does he? Out now, the new 8-episode season picks up right after the continent-altering events of Season 3, according to an official tagline or logline, because if, like me, you sit in the toilet after a hard day's toil, you too will be filling up your toilet bowl with logs and selling them as Christmas treats later on. Rotten Tomatoes, and your eyes are not deceiving you. They are not tricking you. That is Morpheus on The Matrix. Larry Fishburne. What is he doing in shit like this? I've always advocated that Larry could be a good Sherlock Holmes in a different timeline. That could have happened maybe 20 years ago, but I guess progressive Hollywood producers weren't thinking that far ahead, were they? Look at the score here. 56% based on 18 reviews, 17% on the popcorn meter at RottenTomatoes.com based on 250,000 ratings. Sorry, is that 250 ratings? I mean, if it was 50,000, that'd be pretty incredible. But either way, folks, you can see the odds are stacked up against Liam Hemsworth. With ratings like this, 17%, do you think that Lauren Hissrich, the showrunner who destroyed The Witcher altogether at Netflix, cares? No, she doesn't. She wants to get her agenda out there. DEI is not just about diversity and inclusivity, all that bullshit. It's a progressive activist ideology that is destroying entertainment inside and out, and it's not going to be stopped anytime soon unless you or I just put our wallets together and stop subscribing to Netflix. I mean, where are these people coming out saying, don't subscribe to Netflix, like they were doing at Marvel a couple of months ago when that whole Jimmy Kimmel thing really went into top gear? Do you remember all that stuff when Tatiana Maslany was coming out there saying, cancel your Disney subscription? Ed Power from the Daily Telegraph, Chris Hemsworth's quietly ridiculous turn, don't they mean Liam Hemsworth? Okay. Is nonetheless perfectly attuned to a show that harks back to the days before fantasy was cool and gets by on sheer silliness. Clint Worthington of the RogerEbert.com website states, perhaps it's fitting, or shitting, that we only have to toss a coin to our Witcher once more after this. Oh, Annie V. It is my sincere hope and apologies that the devastating flop of The Witcher Season 4 becomes a turning point in the books. Oh, yikes. Martin K. They really should take out WitchER out of the title and just call it the Yen and Siri show. And Liam Hemsworth is not a terrible actor. He needs to pick his roles a lot more carefully, or maybe instruct his agent in Australia not to give him the leftovers of a project vacated by someone like Henry Cavill, who is obviously beloved by the fans. But honestly, I can't even go back and finish off season 1 of The Witcher, because the minute I see a diverse person in a fictionalized version of all-white Poland in an all-white European part of town back in the day that Andrzej Sapkowski based his books on, you know, that mythical folklore that's very akin to, I suppose, J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings before they got bastardized by Amazon's Rings of Power, then why should I carry on watching? I don't need to. One day there'll be an authentic tale that I can sit down and watch that isn't blemished by DEI and all the nonsensical progressive ideologies that perpetually are always being rammed down our throats by Hollywood producers and the like out there. Maybe it's a blackmailing tactic. Maybe they're forced to do this because, I don't know, someone's got the goods on people in Hollywood. They always do, right? That dark red envelope in the corner of the office. You know what kind of Jeffrey Epstein secrets it's beholden onto the owner of that particular information. But on that one, folks, if you were me and if I were you, then give your thoughts and your feelings about the absolute bloodletting and shark-eating savagery that The Witcher Season 4 has gotten, and I'll catch you all catching me for the return of the next video.
And it was not even a year ago where Henry very publicly said that he is committed to doing the planned 7 seasons of the Netflix Witcher on one condition. That condition being that the writers can manage to tell great stories while honoring the source material this show is apparently meant to be based on. Now,
oh, okay, well that actually does fucking indicate something, doesn't it? Let's read this again. Absolutely, he says, and this is a quote, "As long as we can keep telling great stories which honor Sapkowski's work." So guess, I wonder what the odds are that a Netflix series isn't going to honor the original content of which the series is built off of. Oh, I don't fucking know, probably 99%.